I'm your host, Ken Patterson. We are at the 13th annual St. Louis Prototype Modelers Meet. I'm doing an outdoor photo shoot. We're going to talk about this table saw. That's absolutely magnificent. This is the best hobby in the world.
What's neat?
What's neat?
What's neat?
What's neat starts now.
Catch the What's Neat podcast every week and full episodes of What's Neat every month at the Model Railroad Hobbyist YouTube page.
Oh, why do you... Why?
What could go wrong?
Sir, why do you
Everything's
say
perfect.
that every time? Oh, what could go wrong? Well, I got a list of
Hold
things.
my beer.
That's right. We don't drink around here, though.
No. All right, I'm not going to adjust the microphone.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, do it. Okay.
I need a. We got to go back to lapels. I mean, this is nice though. I like this.
We never left. You're the one that decided to.
Okay.
stay.
Okay. Ready, set, countdown, and.
Are we ready? Are we sure?
So, yes.
All right. I think Mike's still in Florida a little bit. All right. Here we
Look
go.
how tan he is.
I know. He's a new man.
Yeah.
Here comes a
3,
helicopter.
2, 1.
The What's Neat This Week in Model Railroading Show is made possible by viewers like you and is proudly supported by Model Railroader Magazine, helping enthusiasts become better modelers for more than 90 years. To learn more, visit trains.com. Additional support is provided by Spring Creek Model Trains, your destination for model trains. Stop in and say, wow. Check out their website at springcreekmodeltrains.com. The 2025 National Model Railroad Association National Convention, a convention like no other. Check out their amazing website at nmra2025.com. Further support is provided by Microengineering, keeping you on track with quality products for 55 years. Check out their website at www.microengineering.com. Order from your local dealer or order direct by calling 1-800-462-6975. InterMountain Railway Company, where the detail makes the difference. Check out their website at intermountain-railway.com. Additional support is provided by Yelsma Graphics, America's leading distributor of quality railroad art and embroidered clothing since 1985. Check out their website at yelsma.com. Further support is provided by the NCE Corporation, the power of DCC. Visit their website at ncedcc.com. And thank you for supporting the What's Neat This Week podcast. This is the What's Neat This Week, show number 316 for May 29th. 2025. I'm your host, Ken Patterson, the host of the What's Neat Show over at Model Railroad Hobbyist Magazine. And I can tell you that the last couple of shows of layout construction, people are really, they enjoy watching that. You guys like watching me build stuff, and there's a lot more of that coming. I've been working diligently on the preparation for the August, believe it or not, August and July What's Neat videos here all at the same time. Trying to get ahead of things. We're doing a daytime show here. Like I said, today's May 29th. And sitting right next to me, fresh from Florida, I got Mike Buddy. Hey, Mike.
Hey, everybody.
You look good, brother.
Hey, thanks.
And right next to me, on the other side of me, I got Joshua Barton.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Joshua.
Hello.
And I'm going to start right out with some eye candy because I love doing a beautiful edit when there's going to be probably, I don't know, here 15, 18 photographs. Ready, set, and go. We got some beautiful models from InterMountain Railway Company that I have been sitting on for the last 2 weeks. And first of all is the HO scale pressure flow hopper. And we've been talking about this and how that works. And how what an interesting design that is, and all the little detail underneath. But let me tell you, the first one is a Procore, car number 126005. That's in gray, And of course, I'm going to photograph these outside by the time you see them on top and on the sides.
More of an off-white than a gray.
But yeah, the detail underneath these is cool. Here's one that Mike really likes. This is the Halliburton paint scheme.
Yeah.
Car number
Red and gray.
80425. Do you remember seeing those on the rails?
I saw a lot more of the covered hoppers in that red and gray scheme, but it was always an eye-catching
Yeah, that
sight
red
in
is
any
striking.
train.
These have all got small round hatches on top. The next one is a Canadian National in gray. Car 374555. Again, check out the underneath detail, man. This is like really cool stuff. British Columbia Railways. This is a green and black car. Car number 2205.
Boy, those walkways are really neat looking too.
I know, right? I was just
So,
looking at that.
so we looked this up a little bit. So this carried flour and peanuts and cement, all
Yeah.
in powdered form.
Plastic granules, anything that could flow, but with application of air pressure.
Yeah, these would be really great for a concrete plant or something like that. So,
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah.
And, earlier we were trying to figure that out. I've got some N-scale cars on the table for the guys out there that love N-scale. These are 2-bay Trinity covered hoppers from InterMountain Railway Company. First one is CEMEX, car number 140318. Second one, GATX, which is General American, right? Car number 11543. That's kind of a neat looking car. I like that one. The roof walk details on these is really fine
Yeah,
too.
very neat.
CSX, this is the boxcar logo, so this is pretty modern. Car number 243529. And the last one is Winchester and Western Railroad, car number 9569.
It's amazing how they get all that small, minute detail in those ends.
And
you know?
end scale.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
I think those CEMX cars are Mexican cement company or cement company of Mexico, but that's what I always thought they were anyway.
Yeah, that's super neat.
So yeah, good for Intermountain. It sounds like I have not talked to Intermountain, but I'll tell you what, last week's show, we got a lot of views on that show. I have not read readers' comments. I guess I need to go look at them.
Probably.
But I don't ever really read readers' comments unless somebody calls me up and says I have to read something. Does that make any sense?
We have people perusing through it.
Yeah,
But
we have a whole
that was a
page
very
staff.
interesting show. I actually watched that show twice, and then 3 days later, things changed. Well, that was yesterday. 3 days later was yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was no tariffs. Well, I guess there was, but there wasn't. And then all of a sudden today, there's another court decision that they're back on. So
Back and forth.
this
back
is
and
why
forth.
we were afraid to even do a tariff show to begin with, because, like I said at the beginning of that show, it would change so quick that. Besides, that's not what we do. We don't do, but it does affect our hobby. This is a toy business. I know we love our models, but guys, these are toys. I know somebody's cringing at me right now. Here comes a bad reader comment. But it was directly affected by what's going on, right?
Very much so.
Right.
And that was a great show.
Yeah, that was very.
So.
Yes. Yes.
So I know it's Memorial Day. It's right after Memorial Day weekend, and everyone's planning their summer stuff. I want to let you know that at Spring Creek, during the first week of July, they're having a giant a meet, and it's their 25th anniversary, July 5th and July 6th. So save the date. Go to their website to see all the extra stuff. But the meet's going to be at the Thayer County Event Center in Deschler, and it's Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 4 to 10.
Now that's the same show that we went out there and did, right?
I think so.
That one that they do every 2
Right,
years.
yeah.
Yep, and this is their 25th anniversary. So how exciting is that?
Nice.
So go say hi to Dave and Deb and the boys, and
Jeff and Mike.
yeah, get some stuff from them. So, but save the date. Remember, check them out at springcreek.com.
I was dusting off the shelves today with a wet rag, like I have to do every 2 months, it appears now. And I came across the Spring Creek. There's the auto rack from them in HO scale. They made it in N. And down here's the Farmers Co-op car. And right next to you.
Yeah,
They're just neat models. They make the back shelves look good.
they sure do.
All right, Mike, so you were in Florida, but you're back and you had a box of wonderful new models to share with us.
Right. Coming again from Masterbuilt Models, our pal Bob Johnson sent me some of these new PCX 87 Chevy Caprice wagons. And Josh and I were looking. I thought they had ceased production around 94, but Josh and I looked it up, and they went up to 96.
Yep.
So these American cars, I just can't keep saying enough about them. But Burkina, PCX 87, Rapido, these guys are all just knocking it out of the park with
Absolutely.
these American vehicles. So there's 5 different paint schemes on this new wagon, one with the wood trim and one in a New York City Police Department livery. And then next I got the Fall Guy pickup, except it doesn't have the logo on the hood. I mentioned to Bob that I sure liked that truck, except I didn't like the hood, the logo on the hood, and I don't know, maybe they made a special run or something, but anyway, he sent me that,
Very
so
cool.
I'm really appreciative of that. Now next one is a car that was prolific in the 80s. People probably, anybody that models the 80s could use these. It was
Absolutely.
Honda CRX, and they were made from 83 to 91, and they've really done a nice two-tone paint job on some of them, and the printed on detail, the lettering and everything.
Looks just like
Detail,
the real one.
the
Yeah.
taillights, however they print those and stuff is just unbelievable. Everything just keeps getting better and better. Then last thing we got here, too bad James isn't here to see this and critique this, but it's a John Deere tractor from Viking. Now, I didn't really, I guess I knew they made farm equipment, but I didn't really pay attention to it. But this is a really nice looking tractor, a John Deere 7260R with a front loader on it. They could put all kinds of attachments on these tractors. They were really useful, and I don't know that much about them, but the model looks really, really nicely done compared to prototype photos I looked at. So
Nice.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So anyway,
That's
I
a
got some
load
more
right there.
models coming from John. I put an order in for some the Torinos in the new colors, and I don't know, some other new ones that are coming out.
Nice.
So
Yeah, we need more colors of the new Corvettes too.
yeah, we'll pass that on to
Yeah. Mike Buddy Chevrolet needs a bunch. So
all right.
Mike, that's a neat looking boxcar
Yeah, it
now. Why
sure
don't
is.
you
Yes.
talk to us about that?
That's from our pal Walker Embry. I don't know if you guys remember. It's probably about 3 or 4 years ago now.
I
That
bet his picture just popped up
It
on
sure
the
Yeah.
screen.
did, yeah.
There it is.
Walker and his bride Kel. They
She was a photographer?
yeah,
and anyway, they moved up to Oregon, and we've kept in touch. Since he's moved up there, he's on again, off again, end scale modeler. But man, when he's on, he's really on. He's intense, and
he's a welder by trade and
right,
does amazing work.
Yeah, I see pictures of him at work
Yeah.
hanging on beams and stuff and
Yeah, it's
everything.
pretty neat
But
to see.
anyway, he really does a lot of weathering on his end scale stuff. So I got this Class 1 Model Works Thrall Southern Pacific High Cube, which I've always liked this paint scheme since I was a little kid and they were brand new. And I asked him if he would mind weathering it for me. So I sent it up there, and he did it up really nicely. And the roof, Ken's probably taking B-roll of this, but the roof is just perfect on it. The nice fade, rusty looking where it's appropriate, and grease on the door rails and everything. And so I'm really happy
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
beautiful.
It looks very,
you did
very
a great
nice.
job, Walker.
So yeah, thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep, very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I have a story to tell.
Okay.
I have been obviously working on different parts of the property, like the garage and the attic. And I moved all the train boxes and organizing them in the attic. and the garage, all that space is becoming open because there's no more train boxes in the garage, right? Going back 15 years, all through the Athearn days, all through those days of all the accumulation of models over that period of time, all those boxes just kind of stacked
Oh, yeah.
up, right?
Yeah.
I used to throw mine away, and I
Well,
learned
and-
from you not to do that.
Well, I kind of started throwing away some of those clear clamshells too. 'Cause so many
Yeah.
of the models didn't
Sure.
come in a box; they came in a clear clamshell.
Right.
Long story short, the reason I'm making all this space is so I can eventually start on that switchyard where I'm supposed to have passenger trains parked 12 tracks, right? Well, I got to make a place to put everything on that side of the basement. So the thing was, again, we've talked about Tetris. I know that game now. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing Tetris. Here, this goes here, that goes there, before everything else can be moved there, before the process can even begin. Long story short, I didn't know what turnouts to use on the layout back there. So it's been sitting back there now for 3 months. We haven't run a train in 3 months. Let's go run
Horrible.
some trains.
It's
It
so
even says it in
horrible.
our ads. Let's go run some trains. We haven't run a train in
a
3
lie.
months.
Back and forth.
3 months.
And back and forth. Back and forth. Never in a circle anymore.
Payco switches. I checked. I called the hobby shop up in Mark Twain.
Yep, Mark Twain
They
Hobby.
didn't-
Hi,
yeah,
Kevin.
not to see what they had for stock. I was looking for number 8s or number 10s, long switches. And then the Wather switch that we got from them that I had in a box, I thought, well, maybe I'll use these. They're the ones where you can power the frog up individually, and they come out well-designed turnout, really
Very,
smart.
very much.
But I want my frogs to be live, just like as if you hand-laid them, or just like the old-fashioned day Shinoharas were, where when I would make a video using those, I would show how you would have to cut the rail after the frog, right, so that when you had two emerging lines, you wouldn't get a short.
Right.
And then put jumper wires. This microphone's got to go. Put jumper wires on the turnout. I've shown this in so many videos. The preparation before you can use a turnout, and then it does exactly what I want it to do. No automation underneath. Good old-fashioned caboose ground throw where I have to
Love 'em.
walk up to the track and turn the turnout. So then when you and I shot the show for the tariffs the other day, we got on eBay and said, oh my God, look, there's Shinohara switches right here on eBay to be had, like $50. But that's, for a number 10, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's worth it.
So I thought problem solved, rock and roll. So now I'm cleaning out the garage and I'm starting to throw away dioramas, and I'm going to talk about that too, but not yet. Oh, Lord. This is
To
gonna
make
be-
a long story longer.
Yeah, we're going to take a break.
There's
and-
lots of B-roll. It's going to be entertaining, I promise.
It is,
You guys
trust
can't possibly be bored. Don't make me screw this up. So now, I want to use Shinohara turnouts. It's what I use for the narrow gauge layouts. Everything else I built, a lot of stuff. I really enjoy the fact that the Shinohara turnouts are number 10s, they're number 8s, they're super long, and the live frogs. Okay, rock and roll.
Yes.
So we're going to order them on eBay. Great, they're there. So I'm cleaning out the doghouse. That's an area under the back porch where there's another 15 dioramas that I've used for previous photo shoots, and I couldn't throw them away because sometimes you might want to use them over again for something else. And this diorama was in there that I thought that I had discarded, and actually probably forgot I even did the job. A long time ago, John Sandheim at Wathers called me up. This is decades ago. This is probably 1999-ish, 90, maybe, I don't know, early 2000s maybe. They wanted me to create an advertisement photograph for Shinohara. And what could I come up with? They liked the Bachman Easy Track ad that I did. But that concept was already taken. And so I've got the final picture. I couldn't find the slides. I bored the guys tonight looking for the slides.
It wasn't
I'm going to
boring.
scan this and put this up. This is the way the shot for the advertisement came out, and it was nothing but a shot of a switchyard. I mean, how boring is that? Well, not really. It's not boring.
Mm-hmm.
I remember shooting against the light of the sunlight coming at me, so I could get the rails to reflect. There's 19 turnouts on this. This is one of the half-Ys of Union Station, downtown St. Louis, where 4 tracks cross over 4 tracks as everything wide out of the station and went west and east. I don't have pencils because of this microphone.
Thank
So
goodness.
it was a very complicated track pattern, and that's what they wanted. They wanted the most complicated, makes sense track pattern, not freelance, prototype, absolute prototype. So I built one of the legs of the Y. That was a 4x8 sheet of foam with the 19 turnouts on it, and all Shinahara flex track as well, code 83.
There was a lot of slip throughs too, correct?
Yeah, I don't know what those are called. I don't know what some of the
switches?
turnouts are.
Yeah.
Maybe they're called slip switches.
Yeah.
I've got some slides here of it. I'm going to put them up on the screen. I thought I would be able to see these, and I can. And it's just simply generic. What happened was Lifelike, Walthers had purchased Lifelike at or around this time period that I built this scene. So all of the advertising photos for all the different Lifelike locomotives were all shot primarily on that diorama, on that switchyard diorama. So I've shown you some of those of the track pattern. Long story short, I found the diorama accidentally in the doghouse. The raccoons probably, or groundhogs, climbed on it and chewed up some of the turnouts trying to get to the foam. I don't know. They must find something yummy
Yeah,
about Elmer's white glue, maybe.
I don't know.
The beauty of the scene was it was way before I used Woodland Scenic cement, so I can get these tracks off without destroying them because it's simply white glue. You make it wet, it gets soft, and
Right.
shazam! I've got my turnouts for my layout over here. I don't have to buy them. I didn't have to go nowhere. They were here the whole time.
Yay.
All I had to do was clean up my act.
We may be able to get to run some trains soon.
So there's a lot of dioramas getting thrown away. I got to clean out these rooms. These dioramas, some of them are 25 years old. The foam is getting soft. The ballast is cracked. It's just not good. And one of the dioramas was America's Driving Force. This is the book that Walthers came out with when they came out with the, look, automotive series. It's a wraparound. Here, hold the book. It's a wraparound cover. Those are even harder to make. So the scene had to be 8 feet long. The cars had to curve out of view. Walthers was going to put their brand new Mustang model that they were having imported on the model. And of course, that's all Lifelike locomotives, and I believe probably Lifelike and Walthers freight cars behind it.
I have a question. Is this the same diorama that you shot the 4014 on? The run by?
No, that's a sliding diorama.
Okay.
The only other job I did on this diorama, I shot some Volvo pictures when I had the Motor Art account from Sweden. Stefan Wiedbekul was the key person in Sweden. And all these beautiful vehicles on the road and all of their construction equipment on the flat cars.
Oh, wow.
The scene was designed where it's road next to train, and it was actually designed for that cover shot, but it did get used for other things. And so I probably, during this conversation, hopefully just showed you video of the diorama, the way it looks now laying out in the grass. It's going to get chopped up and sent to the dumpster, along with this other scene that I did, a cover of Mainline Modeler with the farm kid standing there watching Daddy on the tractor.
yeah.
Another great scene because the furrows, I actually made the furrows curve as a radius as the tractor
Okay.
swung its curve around, thinking that you would see that on film. The little this is prior to Photoshop. I'm shooting straight slides. This is photo shoot number 7 to get that cover right. I remember kept calling Sandy and Bob Hunman there at Mainline saying, hey, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. I added a barn. Or the last thing I added was the dog and the kid. Once I had the little boy and the kid watching Daddy drive the tractor, I had my home run photo right there.
Yeah.
And so that diorama is just, it's nothing now. It's just, there's no track on it. There's nothing you can do with these things. So this is kind of like a burial. We're having a funeral for dioramas because they were such great dioramas.
They were,
It
yeah.
kills me to throw them away, but it's called letting go of the past and moving to the future, right? That's how we don't become a hoarder.
Think of all the dioramas you could make and stuff in there now.
Yeah.
You get rid of all the old stuff and make
Well,
new
the
stuff.
N scale layout's in the garage. We could actually set it up out there and run it now. There's
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
So that's my excitement for the week. That's why primarily all of my videos and all of my work is getting tardy because once I start working on the project, I don't want to stop. I want to paint the walls, cement the floor, do all these fixing cracks in the foundation 2 weeks ago. There's so
Yeah.
many projects to get done now that the weather's good. When winter time sets in, now I'm back inside on that passenger yard. I can see how there's a lot that's got to get done around here for that RPM meet.
I agree.
I mean, there's a garden railroad to be built out there.
Yep. Speaking of, we're going to talk to Lonnie here in the next few weeks and have a show about that for you guys as well.
Yes, third week of June.
Yeah, looking very forward to seeing everyone this year.
We've done some great shows. The Lionel Train Show, Lionel Trains.
Yep.
We also had Lionel Strang.
Yep.
Just that show with Bob Grubo was amazing. I mean, Bob's a great person.
He
He's
sure
good on
is.
camera,
That's
too.
right. And if you guys want to see all of our back shows, you can go to whatsneat.com and check it out. You can see all of our shows. You can look Mike up and see how many shows he's been on, what he's talked about on each show.
Yes.
It's really a great tool for seeing our show.
Thank you, Randy Hook.
yes.
Randy
Yeah.
Hook. We had Randy Hook and his father on one of the shows.
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you type in their name, and there's their picture.
Yep.
Everybody who's ever been on this show and sat at one of these microphones, there's probably a mugshot of you right there that Randy will pull out of the video and then put on there next to your name so that you can be indexed as to what show you're on. Every InterMountain thing, every freight car we've ever talked about. And he's recently completely rebuilt that website where it's all photography now. It used to be words, click on the InterMountain flow hopper, and now the flow hoppers just pop right up there. You don't have to click on words no more. You click on the picture.
It's a great tool to find
And
anything
what's
that you
the
want.
domain again? What's the website?
Whatsneat.com.
Whatsneat.com.
That's right, yeah.
Wow.
In
that's
fact,
awesome.
he's a gentleman that just redid Denny Yelsma's whole website.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's a
Wow.
great website, too.
Yes.
It also has a link to our show. So,
Okay.
yeah,
There's a lot
yelsmagraphics.com.
of neat things going on, a lot of projects going on. The hobby's still doing well. I mean, the economy's doing fantastic, so the hobby's doing...
Yeah, very
Good.
much so. And here it is, the beginning of summer, so we have nothing but good times ahead of
We're
us.
going to start shooting some shows from Joshua's basement. Did I say basement? His garage.
Garage.
His
Studio.
His
Yeah,
studio.
studio.
Maybe because I visited your house is why I cleaned my garage.
Yes,
No,
I think
I
so.
got to get that done over there.
I
It
know.
has nothing to do with that.
Well, it's all
good
Tetris.
motivation, though.
It is. It is.
There's so much good stuff going on right now. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, there's so many things happening. So yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah, lots of stuff. So
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I want everyone to click subscribe and hit the bell on the YouTube if you're watching it that way. Go to Facebook and look us up, like us, love us, care for us, hug us. Share your stuff with us. That's what the Facebook account is all about.
Yeah,
to-
Mike watches it. He actually
Yeah.
looks at internet stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
try to keep up with the comments, but
Right.
I was
Yeah.
on vacation
We,
last
we,
couple
we
weeks.
really
so-
don't keep up with any comments, but we look at your stuff sometimes, and we love you guys
We would
watching.
hire somebody. We would be glad to have somebody
Yeah.
monitor that.
Absolutely.
Also, thank you very much to all the folks that have been buying these What's Neat transportation box cars.
Yeah,
It's
they are
really
pretty
cool. We're actually
neat.
having a fleet
Hey, we're running trains.
of
That's
freight
right.
cars in the world.
Just back and forth.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
best hobby in the world with some of the best people in
Yeah.
it. Some of you guys just sitting right around me right here.
Thanks for letting us into your home every week.
I know, right? Okay, week off, and then here comes June.
Yep, we'll see you in June. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Let's go not run some trains.
Okay, what are you doing for the thumbnail?
I don't know. I'll hold up this car because it's so cool.
They're all really nice.
They are. This one is pretty neat.
Dioramas. Can you really talk about dead dioramas? Is that show material?
I guess so. Dioramas. Dead dioramas. That's all right. It's evolution of your layout.
Okay, ready, set, and show teeth. Just like that.
Okay.
All
Love it.
right. What number was that?
That was 316. Damn. For the end of May.
Uh-huh. Yep.
We'll be a 400
I washed these. I put pledge on them. I washed the stand, polished them all up, turned them on. I also put new batteries in them. Yep. These are, they work. I think sound is good. As long as I hit the record button.
Yeah.